Hey there folks, Tim Slade here. I hope everyone is having a good morning. One of the really toxic cycles that I know I found myself in, and I know many of you have found yourself in, is the toxic cycle of self-comparison. It's so easy to look at other people in the world and compare yourself against them and think, oh my gosh, they're so much more successful, so much more accomplished, they're so much more talented than I am, And the funny thing about that is no matter how much you grow, succeed, whatever the case might be, no matter how far you go, you're always going to be able to find that one person who's doing it better than you. You know what I mean? So it's this vicious, endless cycle. I'll tell you one way that I've learned to overcome that is instead of comparing myself to other people, I compare myself against myself, because that's really all I'm competing with is a different version of myself, right? So I'll give you a really great example. I used to be really bad at visual design. I used to be a really bad visual designer. I'm going to show you. Look at this. This is a poster that I was tasked with creating early in my career. This is when I was back catching shoplifters, and I had to create this poster to go in the break room of our stores to encourage store associates to contact loss prevention if they saw suspicious behavior. And so I opened up Microsoft Word and I created this ugly ass thing. I used clip art, I used word art, I used every type of font style and emphasis as I could, and there's tons of typos and all of that great stuff. So a few years later, I had the opportunity to redesign that poster. My boss thought it was great. And so he was like, hey, let's post this in all of the stores. And so I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to really improve upon this. So this is the poster I designed the second time around. Obviously we can see I discovered colors and drop shadows and transparencies and iconography and all of the things. And that's what I created. And the funny thing about this is that I thought the purpose of the design was to convey as much information as possible, to make it as exciting as possible. And really at the end of the day, the only thing I wanted people to do was contact loss prevention at 176 or page 15. And I managed to cover that with, an icon there, right? So I had the opportunity a couple years after this poster to actually redesign it after I've built my visual design skills. And this is the version that I created, right? It's so much better than the previous versions, and it's so less noisy, right? My point in saying that is sometimes you need to look back at look back at the journey you're on to see how far you've really came, or how far you've gone on it, so that you can gain perspective on how good you actually are, right? So stop comparing yourself to other people and start comparing yourself to yourself, right? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.